Member of my TikTok family wants me to deal with this forklift and non-runner charges, how to avoid them. Well, let's talk about it. Forklift and non-runner is basically for cars that are not driving at all, and by that you have to pay an additional fee for the vehicle to be moved either by forklift or as a non-runner. Let me start with non-runner. Non-runner are basically cars that cannot be moved based on little problems like battery or kickstarter. And since the battery will not allow them to start the vehicle or the kickstarter will not work, then you have to book it as a non-runner, because the shipping company will not stress themselves to change battery for you or go extra mile in order for them to drive the vehicle into the vessel. So probably they need to push it or find a way to get it into the vessel as non-runner. So that will attract a sum of $300 to $375, some $400 fee additional to your invoice, and that is for non-runner. Then for the forklift, let me give you a few tips you have to look out for in order to avoid forklift charges. Number one, if you are buying a side accident, make sure that nothing is wrong with the driver's door, because if there's anything wrong with the driver's door and they cannot access the driver's seat through the driver's door, the shipping company will not go into that car through another door available. They won't. So ensure that driver's door is open and nothing is wrong with it. If anything happens to it, na forklift straight. They know they get messy for anybody. Na forklift straight. That is number one. Number two, make sure that nothing is wrong with the legs of the car or the tires. At least all the tires must be rolling, or whether it's upper arm or lower arm or shock absorber of the vehicle, no matter how, must be rolling or must be able to roll the car into the vessel. If they cannot have the car, driven because of the tire or because of the shock absorber, they'll book it as forklift. Then number three, which is very major, your car must come with at least a key so that the steering can be opened and they can open the ignition to turn the steering and drive the vehicle into the vessel. So if your car does not come with a key at least, and they cannot open the ignition, they cannot open the steering, they will book it for forklift straight up, and that is additional $650 or $700 to your invoice. Forklift and non-runner is a killer of shipping invoice, so I tell people to avoid it. But then, as a car dealer, there's no way you will not run into it one way or the other, but it is better to plan against it so that you can avoid it when you are dealing with the auctions. So another option is when you have cars like that, probably the fault they have is minor and you like the car and the car is cheap, carry it through the container. If you have somebody to share a container with, share it with. And if you want to carry your own container, buy more cars, because a 40-feet container will take 4 cars, and that's going to be perfect for you. So this is all about forklift and non-runner charges, plus how to avoid them. So my TikTok family, I hope I've been able to answer your questions and enlighten you guys more about forklift and non-runner, just how to dodge